2, 1, 5. Let's go.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Tony. We want to welcome you back to the Jacked and Juicy podcast. We are back for episode number 2. We just want to first start off the show by thanking every and anybody who's shown us support over the last episode. You shared, reposted, commented, gave us feedback. We truly appreciate it because we really wouldn't be anything without you guys sharing, letting other people know about us. So we really, truly appreciate that, guys. With that being said, we do have an Instagram now for our podcast. So you can follow us there at Jacked, the letter N, Juicy Pod. And Jesse will be letting you update on anything we'll be doing as far as the podcast, on drops, any giveaways, letting you know special guests we might be having on. So just stay tuned for that.
What's going on, everybody? Eddie Styles with Styles Fitness, back at it again. Next episode of the podcast. Again, just want to thank everybody for the support you guys shown. We do appreciate it very much. Any feedback is appreciated. All right, we did get a lot of good comments, a lot of things that we can improve on as well. So one of the things was the sound. So hopefully this podcast, the sound is a lot better. It's a lot more, you can hear it a little bit more. But again, we do appreciate all the feedback and any suggestions you guys have. Please let us know and we'll work on it immediately, all right? So this episode, we are going to be talking about mental health. We're going to be talking about bulk and cutting and get into a little bit of that and just talk about our experiences. We're going to explain from both ends, his perspective of bulking and cutting. I'm going to explain mine. Let's dive into that. But yeah, let's get into it, man. So what is the purpose of bulking and cutting? What is bulking and cutting?
All right, so when you were bulking, you were trying to gain weight, trying to put on more muscle. And then cutting is literally the antithesis of that. So you're trying to lose weight, probably lose the fat. So how to do that? You eat in a caloric surplus if you're trying to bulk. So that's about 200, 300 calories over your maintenance. And for people who don't know, that basically is there's a certain amount of calories you need to eat to maintain the weight you're at, a certain amount you need to gain weight, and a certain amount you need to lose weight. So when you're bulking, you're trying to eat more in a surplus. And then when you're cutting, you're trying to eat in a deficit. And that is the definition of bulking and cutting.
So basically, eat more if you want to put on size, eat less if you want to kind of trim off that body fat. It's going to range person to person. Everybody's not going to have that same calorie maintenance, just depending on your weight. So again, any 300 calories over your maintenance, that's going to be in a bulk. You're going to be putting on size, but you need to be in a consistent surplus to put on the size. Same thing with the cut. You can't just be in a deficit one day and then next day not, and then it has to be consistent, or you will not see that weight come off.
Facts.
So bulking, again, you have to be in a constant surplus to see the weight, and in a deficit, you have to be in a constant deficit to see the weight go away. So that's the purpose of it. Now, in your opinion, what do you think is harder, bulking or cutting?
Without a doubt, bulking. That's definitely giving me the most problems. Definitely the hardest. What about you?
It got to be bulking. Like, just going through it right now, I would definitely say it was the most difficult rather than cutting.
For sure. And then like right now, so I'm like bulking for the show, right? For the show that we're going to do. And I've also done like bulking kind of like as a gym bro for my own personal benefit, whatever, just to see how big I could get. So with that one, the bulking as a gym bro, a lot easier because I have the freedom to do whatever I want. So kind of how we were just talking about the consistency. And I wanted to slack off a day or two like I could because I have no one to like stop me, tell me, all right, now keep on it, because it was only for myself. Now we're doing a bulk for a show. It's a lot more precise. It's a lot more serious. Whereas if I miss a day or two, there's kind of repercussions for it because I'm trying to do my best to win the show. So, and the thing I need to do right now is put on as much size as I possibly can. So when it's time to come back down, I'm holding on as much muscle mass, as much strength as I possibly can. So for the bulk, it's a lot more serious. I can't really slack off as much as I probably could when I was bulking as a gym bro. And then with that, I could eat a little more like trash when I was like just bulking as a gym bro, where now I'm bulking for the show. I'm not saying it's like technically a lean bulk, but it's a lot cleaner than what I was eating like by myself, where my coach like has our like diet plan like to the T. Like I need to be eating at this time, certain foods down to like each gram, like every measurement is like precise. And that's like a lot harder too, because there may be certain foods that I may not want to eat on it, but I kind of need to just because what it might do for my body, the look it might bring out.
Mm-hmm.
But my coach is pretty good. I keep saying my coach. Our coach is pretty good at letting us have that input where we let him know what we may not like, and he tries to do his best to kind of work around it. But sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. So we go with it. But nah, definitely bulking hardest for me. What about you?
So yeah, bulking's 100% is harder in my opinion, just because I feel like you get to a point to where it's not, you just have to eat so much.
Oh, what?
You have to constantly keep increasing your calories over a certain amount of time, and then when you get to that certain point, it's like you can't really finish your food.
It's like a chore, like a task.
So it's like it's hard doing that, especially not in the beginning. Bulking doesn't always start
No, it's
difficult.
not as bad like when you first get into
Yeah.
it. It's when you actually do put on that initial
Mhm.
size, you put on like a good 5-10 pounds, and now you got to keep upping those calories. And now it's like I was talking 5,500, 6,000. You're like, nah, you feel super heavy. You feel tired, you feel sluggish. It's not a fun time.
Yeah. So again, like you start slower, and the weight's gonna go up as your calories go up. But as that weight increases, you have to eat more to gain more weight. So it's like it's not, you just have to constantly keep eating more and more and more. And I feel like that makes such a big challenge because there's certain points to where in meals where I'm eating, I can't finish my food all the way.
You're like gagging.
Yeah, you start gagging, and you need a sip
like
of water.
You need like a spoonful, then like water,
Sip
or
of
like wash
water.
it down. Like, just keep doing that until like the plate's gone. Nah,
Yeah.
what? That sounds like absolute hell.
So that's where we're at right now.
It's fun stuff.
Yeah. It's not easy. But I just feel like we're just at that point right now in prep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we got what? It's September, October, November, December. Kind of like 3-4 months before like actual prep starts, before we start to cut. So we gotta do what we gotta do, but it's definitely not easy.
Yeah, and it goes down to how bad you want it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because like we could do it. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So now I would say bulking's without a doubt harder than cutting.
Easily. But so cutting, I feel like that it depends on who you are. So I feel like if you were a person who like was bigger, had to lose weight, yeah, cutting probably like going to be like harder for you. Like us, we were like skinnier, and we like our problem was we had to gain weight, so like that is our problem. But me, cutting was never, like I said, it was never that problem because I was always trying to gain weight. So, and I always felt like I had strong discipline. And with cutting, I feel like that's kind of like all you really need to have, because you're kind of just withstanding from eating. Like, okay, you're eating less. So I feel like if you have strong willpower, strong discipline, cutting really isn't that much of a problem for you. But it depends on who you are. But you've done like a gym bro kind of cut before and a show cut. So take me through the difference between that, like how that might be different between like a regular one a regular person might be doing and one you might be doing for a show.
So I wouldn't, since me just being lean, just started my fitness journey skinny.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I've cut before. So it was just bulk until my first show. So I didn't do any cuts before. It was just
the first time you cut was for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't, as soon as I started my fitness journey skinny, and I was like, there's no need for me to cut because I have nothing to cut.
Oh, right.
Very low body fat.
Yeah, what is there?
Okay. Weighing what, 120, 125.
Right.
So starting at that, there was no need for me to cut.
Okay.
So the only way up was just to put on size to bulk. So gym bro bulk, try to eat whatever, whenever.
Anything, everything.
All the calories.
Nah,
give me
those.
So that was my approach. And then I did that for about not even a full year.
Okay.
And then that's when I reached out to my coach, the first coach I had at the time. Got in contact with him, and then we waited about 2 months to pick a show because we weren't really sure like what the time frame was, what I was looking at.
Okay.
So
it was based off how you were looking at that time? Okay.
No, just based off the show date, not even based off how I was looking.
Got you.
So how it all happened was DM my coach, just told him I was interested in competing, whatever. And then he was like, okay, just walk me through everything, train, diet, and all that. So we got a base with that, and then we finally picked a show,
Okay.
which was May 13th.
You and May shows.
Yeah, it was May 13th. NPC Junior National with USA.
Okay.
So that was the first show we picked out, not knowing it was a national qualifier. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Yo, yeah, no.
Not even gonna get into how.
No, we're gonna say that for another episode.
Yeah.
What?
So we picked that show, and it wasn't based off. It was just how far the show was out.
Okay.
So we started prep. It was total 17 weeks.
Okay.
So the cut started just. I didn't bulk into I didn't have a calorie bulk. I didn't have a prep bulk.
Okay.
So I wasn't counting calories. I was just doing the gym bro.
Got you.
Bulk, just dirty calories, all that.
And then just wait right into the
straight
prep.
into
Got you.
to prep diet. So prep, it was not easy. It was difficult.
I don't think it would be.
Super difficult. So it starts off, it's not bad. I feel like the first few weeks you're just following the plan.
Okay.
So you're given your cardio requirements, whether that's 15 minutes every 3 days, 10 minutes every day, whatever the case is, or fasted cardio, whatever. Again, everybody's body's different.
100%.
Your coach is gonna give you different stuff, whatever. So cardio, you have to count your macros.
Yeah.
Gotta weigh everything out to a T. And you don't have to do this. You have to do this if you want to bring your best package.
Okay.
You see, so anybody could slack.
Yeah.
Anybody, like let's say your coach tells you 150 grams of rice and you go 175 because you were a little bit hungry.
Right.
That's gonna affect you tomorrow or the next day. That's gonna affect you, especially if you do it long term. So with the calories, you're given that, the cardio and the workouts. So I feel like it's a lot more precise, a lot more tedious.
100%.
You can't slack off, because you slack off, your look could be messed up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could hold on to a little bit more water or just look a little bit more fluffy.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say doing a prep cut is very difficult.
Yeah.
Just because you have to be super precise, super strict. It's not easy.
No, I don't think it would be. We're gonna see how it is my first time.
So, talking about that, how does bulking and cutting play a role into mental health? How do the differences between the both? So bulk, and how does that affect your mental health?
So with that, right? Like, especially now with the show, it's definitely kind of like taxing, because the problem right now we have problem getting the food down that we need to. And what we need to do is get bigger. And we do what we need to do in the gym as far as like training hard with intensities up there, weight is like good. So all we really need to do is eat. And that's what we're not doing. So my thing is, like, I want to win this show like pretty fucking bad. So I know what I need to do. And for me to not be doing it, like, that's constantly in my head. It's like, you know, if you're not hitting this goal, you're probably not going to win this show, because there's someone out there who's not missing a game like ever. They're on that shit every single day, because you don't know who's going to show up to this show. You don't know who's coming from where. So I may be real confident, think I have the tools, the genetics, whatever, the body to go win it, but someone could come in there and make me like dog water. So that definitely is in the back of my head. Also, with me not being able to eat, it's not even just us not being able to get the food down. We also hardly have enough time to sit down and actually eat. If you don't know, me and Eddie are personal trainers. So let's take you through our schedule. So we'll get there either like 6 or 7. We'll have clients from that time till about 12 or 1 o'clock, straight, like back to back to back to back. And then we have like our 3-hour break where we go lift for like 2.5 hours. We get back, might have like an hour, 30 minutes to like eat. And then we have like 3 or 4 more clients, depending on what the day is. And then we're done. Then we can like have whatever time we need to eat. So you take that schedule and tell me how you can successfully get 5,500 to like 6,000 calories down, like comfortably. It's definitely doable. Like, I'm not going to make excuses like I can't do it, but it definitely makes it very, very difficult. And so you talk about how does it play on your mental health when it's kind of like something that's out of your control. like because I need the job, right, to like pay for everything I need to as far as supplements, my gym memberships, for the show fees that we're going to end up having. So yeah, it's definitely kind of taxing, but this is what I signed up for, so I'm here for the long haul. What about you? Where's your mental health at with this?
So just to piggyback off what you're saying, it's to the point to where if you miss a day or two, your weight goes down. You might not. You're gonna
what? Yo, tell it.
Look in the mirror. You're gonna look in the mirror and just think you lost like 15, 20 pounds. You're gonna look so much smaller. You're gonna feel weaker, especially if you, let's say you miss 2 days.
Shit.
The more you miss, the harder, especially on so deep into the bulk, it hurts so much harder.
Talk about the body this more shit.
Yeah. So again, let's say you miss your calories for the day.
Yeah.
You get 2 out of the 5 meals, 2 out of 6 meals. Your weight is gonna drop.
100%.
Your weight is gonna drop. And I know for me personally, that affects me just because I feel like the scale just plays a big part. And I feel like in my progress, how I see progress. So I feel like if the scale's not going up, I'm not making progress.
Yeah.
When that's not really the case. You know what I'm saying? That's not really the case because I'm getting stronger.
Thanks.
I'm getting the muscle's growing. The weight number might not necessarily be growing up, but I don't feel myself getting smaller.
Okay.
But again, missing those meals, seeing that number go down, that hurts.
Big time.
That hurts really bad. But I would say that's the biggest struggle, just trying to keep the weight up and just not miss any meals and just stay with it. Okay. See, I would say mental health is definitely struggling with that just because, again, I miss a meal. I'm not gonna have the best workout the next day just because I might feel weaker. I might be tired. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that definitely affects that as well.
It plays a part into like everything, honestly, like your whole entire day.
So how do you think, you haven't done your first actual cut for a show,
right?
How do you think doing a cut now is going to affect you mentally? So you're doing your first prep bulk. Now that you're about to go into the prep cut, how do you feel like your mental health is going to change with that?
So with that, I just feel like it'll kind of just be me being in my own head, kind of like second guessing myself, like wondering, am I ready? Do I look good enough? Am I big enough? Do I have the potential to win this thing? But going off of that, I don't necessarily know kind of what to expect from like a prep cut, because all I've ever done was a cut just for like a gym bro cut just for myself. So you've done the prep cut, so give me a little bit of an insight of what I can expect.
So first prep was unassisted. So that's just gonna change a whole bunch of different things.
Okay. That's not a big fact.
Mentally. So that's a big factor in it. I would say you gotta be tough. You gotta be willing to dog it out.
100%.
Like just because the calories aren't right, or just because your calories aren't high, you don't have energy, you're tired, you're hungry, you still gotta work hard.
Yeah.
You still gotta work hard.
Yeah, push through it.
Especially if your genetics aren't there, or let's say something's just not there.
Okay.
Like I would say I'm at a genetic disadvantage when it comes to bodybuilding. So that might affect my cut.
Okay.
So just getting to that, like certain people lose weight faster.
Okay.
Certain people lose body fat faster. You might get way more leaner than me way faster, even though we're doing the same cardio.
Facts.
So I might have to do something more, or take away more calories. Everybody's body's gonna be different.
How would you say that plays on your mental health? Like seeing different people's genetics and seeing that, wow, maybe I'm working just as hard as this person, but he gains muscle way faster. He holds muscle a lot better. When it's time to cut down, he loses stuff a lot faster. So you've done a show, so like I know you've been around that. How would you say that affects your mental health?
I would say it definitely takes a big toll, but at the end of the day, that's not the end all be all.
Okay.
You can't blame a loss on genetics. You can't. I feel like you still got to work hard,
Word, 100%.
no matter what. Genetics shit are good.
There's another
You
excuse.
still got to work
use.
hard, no matter what. But it definitely plays a factor, just because, again, for me and you, we've been lifting for pretty much the same amount, the same time.
Yeah.
Just compare the physiques with that. I'm not saying my genetics are shit. I'm not saying his genetics are god tier. You have good genetics. You have great genetics, and I don't have horrible genetics.
Yeah, not 100%.
But again, just to see the differences in that in our physiques, and again, take a million different people, we're all gonna look the same. 2 years, everybody can. Let's say take 1,000 people, 2 years under their belt of lifting, everybody's gonna look the same.
1,000 people will look 1,000 different.
Yeah,
physiques.
you know what I'm saying. So genetics definitely play a role, but I feel like you can't let that just.
Yeah, you can't let that be.
You still got to work hard. Right. If your genetics aren't good, you just got to work harder.
Yes, sir. I love that mindset.
So yeah, I would definitely say that's that. But all right, so
okay, so this will be your second show that we're doing in this May. What do you think the differences will be between your first show and this show, as far as the bulking was concerned, the cutting, the whole experience? What do you think will be different from this one and that one, or similarities as well?
I feel like the cut for this one is I'm gonna work just as hard.
You better. I'm gonna be on your ass.
I'm gonna work just as hard, if not harder.
Come on now,
because I had that past experience. Yeah, I feel like I know what I got to do.
Okay.
Just because I already have that experience of getting super peeled, super lean. Again, things are changed, things are added in.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a big factor as well. But again, I feel like a cut is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Cardio, calorie deficit, stay on it. Stay in that deficit, maintain it.
Okay.
And then constant cardio.
I love to hear it. Would you say that you're more confident going into this show than you were the first one?
1,000%.
I love to hear it. 1,000%. I love to hear it.
I'm not expecting to get a pro card. I'm expecting to just do my best, bring my best package.
That's all you can do.
That's all I can do. Because again, I don't know who's going to the show. I don't know what they're bringing. I don't know what, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, control what you can control.
Exactly. So I'm just do what I got to do to bring my best package to the stage.
All right. Last question. How would you feel being in a relationship while being on a cut, or like just being in a prep for a show could affect either or? How could the relationship affect the prep, and how could the prep potentially affect the relationship?
So prep and relationships and preps. Oh, that's another episode we'll have to save that for.
All right, next episode.
So next episode we'll get into that, talk a little bit more about relationships.
Okay.
Just that. But to end the episode off, we are going to do a little 21 question game, 60-second timer.
Okay.
And then we're gonna finish off, sign off.
All right, who's going first?
All right, I go first. Give me the timer.
All right.
Give me the timer.
Let me see.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's get it.
3, 2, 1. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
FaceTime or text?
Text.
Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
Rap or R&B?
R&B.
Relationship or being single?
Relationship.
Romance or horror?
Romance.
Going out or staying in?
Going out.
Light or dark alcohol?
Dark.
Movies or TV show?
Movies.
Summer or winter?
Oh, winter.
City or suburbs?
City.
Boneless or bone in?
Bone in.
Blonde or brunette?
Brunette.
4s or 5s? Jordan silhouette.
Oh, fuck.
Hurry up.
Five.
Bong or blunt?
Bong.
Tupac or Biggie?
Biggie.
Kobe or Michael Jordan?
Kobe. Nah, you asked some hard ones. What the fuck?
That's
4s
crazy.
or 5s?
That's crazy.
Yo, wait. I'm changing my summer.
Nah,
I'm changing the summer and winter one.
Okay.
Nah, fuck winter. But fuck I hate the summer too. It's mad hot.
Fuck winter.
All right. Oh, wait. Yeah, get your timer out. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Solo workouts or partner workouts?
Partner.
Okay. Go-to pump cover, hoodie or oversized tee?
Oversized tee.
Pancakes or French toast?
Pancakes.
Pre-workout or energy drink?
Pre-workout.
Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
Chick-fil-A.
Jordans or Yeezys?
Jordans.
Buys or tries?
Ooh, buys.
Rice or potatoes?
Rice.
Stringer or white beater?
Stringer.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
LeBron or MJ?
MJ.
C-bum or Arnold?
C-bum.
Deadlift, bench or squat?
Squat.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Crocs or foam runners?
Crocs.
Fuck you. Chicken or steak?
Chicken.
Tattoos or piercings?
Tattoos.
Stairmaster or treadmill?
Stairmaster.
Done.
Easy money.
45
Easy money.
seconds.
All right, that's it.
Crocs. You and these fucking Crocs, dog.
All right. Gotta have a bunch. Gotta have a bunch of Crocs.
Oh wait, you gotta tell them about the YouTube.
We do have a YouTube coming out. YouTube channel, just gonna be dropping the videos of the podcast. I know some people like myself, I like to watch the people talk.
Put a face with the voice.
Put a face with the voice. So that is gonna be dropping in the near future. If not this week, then next week for sure. So look forward to that. And again, any feedback is appreciated.
That's it. Just remember, we'll be dropping our podcast every Wednesday at 8 p.m. So just stay tuned. Like I said, go to the Instagram for our updates. That's where we'll be letting you know any and everything that we'll be doing. Other than that, thank you guys for coming back or for listening. Remember to share, let everybody know about us, and we will be back for more. Peace out.